It's Ron Reader digs the universe. I'm Ron Reader, and this is Ron Reader Digs the Universe, and tonight, the DEI plane crash. Last Wednesday, American Eagle Flight 5342 collided with a U.S. Army Black Hawk helicopter on a training mission over Washington, D.C. 67 dead, no survivors. Crews are currently clearing wreckage from the Potomac River. It is the deadliest plane crash in this country over the last 20 years. Of course, it is entirely too early even to speculate about what caused the crash. The National Transportation Safety Board will fully investigate the disaster, and that will take months. But that didn't stop President Trump from almost immediately blaming the collision on federal diversity, equity, and inclusion programs. You know, DEI, which, according to fascists, is the liberal scourge elevating unqualified people of color, LGBTQ, and women to unearned positions for the purpose of oppressing white people. It's crazy racist bullshit, clearly, but they all take it as gospel because they're fucking Nazis. So, when Trump blames the collision on DEI, he's effectively using the N-word, and the millions of racist pieces of shit who voted Republican understand it that way. To them, stupid black people are to blame, or perverted gay and trans people, or inferior women. Totally fucked up. I mean, fascist influencers even blamed a trans army pilot who had nothing to do with it. Crazy, hateful bigots. And get this, Trump even went after disabled people, both mentally and physically. Made it sound like we place people with cognitive issues as air traffic controllers. What a fucking piece of shit. And you know, he was just dying to use the R word. At least one observer has noted that Trump's immediate move to create a false narrative about the crash has a lady doth protest too much feel to it. Why does there need to be a narrative at all? Why not just wait for the NTSB investigation to run its course? Indeed, other observers have noted how the previous week, Trump fired 100 FAA security officers and froze the hiring of air traffic controllers. Now, some experts have responded that Trump hasn't been in office long enough to effect any real change that might have played a role in the accident, but who knows? The air traffic controller shortage goes back to Biden, so it was already an issue. Freezing hiring certainly didn't help. I mean, they had one guy in the tower that night working two positions, helicopters and planes. It seems like Trump might be scared shitless that his hiring freeze might be implicated. One wonders if the public will ever get full access to the NTSB report. The wider and perhaps greater tragedy here is that this is the script for how the White House will be dealing with disasters from here on out. Immediately blame the liberals, even while he literally destroys the federal government, thereby making disasters all the more inevitable. Play politics with relief, even while people are suffering, and botch the relief itself, either purposely or through incompetence, and prevent the public from accessing accurate information about the disaster while lying about it. It's what Trump did with COVID and what he's doing right now with the LA wildfires. It's what he appears to be doing with this plane crash. It's a lot like what I imagine living in the old Soviet Union was like. Remember Chernobyl? I said a while back that it was going to get bad under Trump a second time, and it already is, but really, I don't think we've seen nothing yet. I'm Ron Reeder, and this has been Ron Reeder Digs the Universe. Join me, Ron Reeder, again next week for another episode of Ron Reeder Digs the Universe.